mispronounced my own name made me so uncomfortable that they thought about pulling me out of school. And it was my mother who really stepped in and said, no, I will work with him. No, we will figure this out. And I went to speech therapy, and I had tutors after school and all of this because she didn't want me to be one of those kids who felt like he couldn't be with the other kids.
Bingo.
And that was I will never be able to thank my mother enough for that one.
I have had so many conversations just like that one that I did with Buck Sexton this week about my new book, Born Lucky. It's not just about growing up with autism. It is about every parent who wants to help their kid who's having a hard time. George Will wrote the foreword. He called it proof of the mountain-moving power of parental love. And I want to say thank you to all of you because of your support in coming on this journey with us. We debuted at number 4 on the New York Times bestseller list. Restocking it now for a third time on Amazon tomorrow. Order now. You'll have your book probably by Monday. We are hearing so many stories of people like me and Buck who had parents that would not accept a diagnosis as their child's fate and who pushed their child to be more rather than meeting them where they are at. With us now, Katie Miller, host of the Katie Miller podcast, former Trump administration official, mother of 3. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Timing is everything. We didn't really realize what was going on with autism at the moment when we released the book. But I think what we also didn't realize is how there is this reckoning in parenting about whether you let the experts raise your kids or whether you let parents raise the kids.
For too long across our country, we took doctors' word as that's exactly what every parent should do and listen to just because they had an MD in their title. What we found is from the beginnings of COVID, right, is that we saw these doctors who didn't know best telling us that they know best. And we're seeing that again with the president's announcement about the effects of Tylenol and leucovorin. And so your book is so powerful because it reminds us again about how we're not going to let MDs decide our fate. We're going to let our parents and our families push us to be our best selves.
Well, and the power of parents to do that. I had a mother come up to me and talk about how her son had a nut allergy. And this kid is turned into a total rock star. He's Ivy League, certainly didn't have problems with friends, athlete, ROTC, on and on and on. And I said, how does a nut allergy apply? And she said, well, because every pediatrician told me to take every nut out of every classroom he would ever be at, I decided to desensitize him. Do you think parents now feel more empowered to be like my parents did and say, we're not going to adapt the world to the kid, we're going to work to adapt the kid to the world?
You're so lucky to have parents that are trailblazers in that regard.
Well, in 1987, too.
But I would say even now, right, with my own 3 children, and I don't want to disclose their private information, but I find myself very often doing the same thing, say, with a nut allergy, is pushing to say, well, what else can we do to help my child? What else can we do besides just take the hand we were dealt in life, right?
And you say that by take your child and help them be more, help adapt them rather than adapt the world.
Absolutely.
And you get pushback.
All the time. I think Stephen and I my husband and I have found that when someone tells us that our child should do X or we need to do Y, I think it's both in our best interest that we talk amongst ourselves and decide what's best for our child and making sure that they feel that they can do anything with our love and support. And I think that's what every parent wants at the end of the day, is to have their child be best. But I think for so long, and it's so sad in our country, we let MDs decide our fate the same way we say college professors know best, right? There are so many places across our country that we say that expert, we should just listen to them, when your parents know, just like the same way a mother knows and a father knows what's best for their child.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.